Hi, I'm James Rostance and welcome to the 414. Each week with some of the greatest minds in marketing. And joining me today is a man with 20 years experience in digital and publishing, who's made a name for himself in the successful study of audiences, why people do things, and how they behave. He's now one of the UK's foremost experts in AI and machine learning in marketing, and it's my pleasure to introduce Steve Masters. So Steve, what would be your most concise answer for what AI and machine learning is, along with its potential for marketers?
It's a replication of, or an alternative to what we consider to be intelligence. So it's artificial, which could be robots replacing us, but it's not true intelligence because it's not thinking for itself. Machine learning is about applying a learning structure to that. So you would teach a machine to do something and then you will allow it to learn from what it's doing so it can adapt its behavior. There's also deep learning, which is even deeper than that, where instead of telling it what to learn and what to do, you're allowing it to make its own decisions and find out its own information and probably adapt its own behavior in ways that even we haven't planned for.
So could you give us some really cool examples of AI already in use in marketing?
Well, one really famous example happened a few years ago, I think it was 2004, where Walmart in America decided to start using data analysis to predict what products they would sell. So before a hurricane, they analysed the behaviour of what happened in a previous hurricane to see what people most wanted to buy, and they discovered that strawberry Pop-Tarts increased by 7 times normal sales volume before a hurricane for some reason, and after as well. Another one is Netflix. Netflix is a really interesting company because it's effectively data-driven television. If you're a customer of Netflix, then you will know that whenever you look at the interface, you're seeing different things. It serves different choices of movies and television for each person based on their interests, and that comes from tracking data of what they watch, how long they watch it for, and Netflix is building a picture of what we like, and it's actually building its programs around the data that it has. Let's take a classic example of a client of ours, which is a gardening company. Seasonality is important for any business, but especially for gardening, where people buy certain products at different times of the year. We can not only track seasonality, but we can also predict behaviour for different circumstances to work out when is the most likely time to invest money for advertising, or how to predict things like the Pop-Tart story, unexpected events that you might think, well, if I was going to just base it on assumption, I could be wrong and the data might prove otherwise.
So to what extent can AI technology set about doing your job for you in marketing?
Well, 2 particular things that spring to mind. First is the ability to audit a website. There are thousands of data points that can affect a website's ability to perform, either in search or with the user. It would take an age to analyse all those data points manually. The other area is that when you have information about the relationship between pages, words, content and users, you then have to ask a million questions about what permutations are going to make a difference. You can apply robotic technology, software, algorithms to do that analysis for you in a multitude of ways simultaneously at the same time, whereas a human can only do things in a linear fashion.
So what would you advise for marketers who want to make a start with machine learning and AI?
Quite simply, to make sense of it, I would say think about all the things you do repetitively that are manual that could be replicated by a robot. So if you, for example, use spreadsheets all the time to do analysis of data, and you're doing the same thing every week or every month and sharing data with your bosses, why can't that be done automatically? You can think of all the things that are repetitive tasks that follow the same process every time, and think about ways to automate those processes using tools that may be available or even services that might be available in the cloud, and you can start using AI technology that is already out in the marketplace.
Steve, thank you very much.
Thank you.